morning. It is Sunday, mid-December, as you can see in the background. We have put up some Christmas things and we've decided to pick up the camera again. We'll see how that goes. We have a long list of jobs which I will explain what's on that list. Some are very, very easy and some are more challenging and probably not going to get done. But Erica's just cooking breakfast.
Good morning. Do you remember us? Hi, Erica, Dan. Yes, it's been a while. We kind of just dropped off the face of the earth, didn't we? We did. Not for any particular reason, but we're back. I've just made us some breakfast.
That looks delicious.
We're going to have that now. Then maybe we could catch up a bit.
Okay, so I thought I would go through what we have on our to-do list. So we use the reminders in the iPhone. It's a bit kind of probably hard to see, but we use that, and we currently have a weekend's job list that we share with each other, and that way we can just throw in there what we know we need to get done. It's not all going to get done today, 100%. But
we actually use those lists for everything though. They're very handy, and it's nice that we both can add to it and see it. So like for Christmas presents,
groceries, there's a Costco one, so
Yeah.
so I can just look in there and know what I can grab like once a
even
week.
like things that we want to remember to take on holiday like next year.
Yeah, we do use them a lot.
They're very handy. And look, can you see our Christmas lights up behind here?
So I thought I'd go through what's on the list. There'll be things that we cross off right now when we read them because we won't be doing them. The gardening is not
just
happening.
Stay on there for
That's
another
just
week.
been on the top of the list for a little while.
We need a cooler weekend to do it.
It's about 33 degrees already and it's 11 o'clock. So the kitchen bin, I will go into that when I'm actually doing it, but that's a job I need to do today. We need to buy a voucher for our nephew for Christmas. We need to call a bunch of handyman because we've bought a dryer, which I will also show you, but it's got to be hung on the wall. Could it be hung on the wall the way the previous dryer was hung on the wall? No, of course not. So that's another job we've got to get sorted. We've got to book flights to Hawaii for next year, buy travel insurance. I've got to message our neighbours about a Christmas thing next weekend. Christmas decorations are half done. So like Erica pointed out, and earlier I showed you the little mantelpiece, but I've got to put up the Christmas tree, which if you've watched our vlogs before, the Christmas tree is actually a cat scratching post. So that's on my list. Erica wants to investigate Sherry's, which I'm assuming we can go into a little bit about if we want to. We need to buy some shares because we've got the money there for it, and a couple of other Christmas presents. Some of those are very easy and some of those will definitely not happen today. So I am going to get stuck into some of those jobs now. Also, poor old Jem. Yes, she has a bit of a mark on her front. So she's got a cone on her head. It's a bit hard to see, but it's right in that part kind of under her chest. And this just prevents her from licking it and scratching it. She's not really happy about it, but she's actually doing okay. She's not disorientated or anything, which has happened with cones before. So she's just being a little bit extra needy today. This went on yesterday, so she's just figuring it out. Already just overnight the sore has scabbed instead of being raw, so that's a good thing, which means the cone is doing its job.
Scout is normally on the bed in our bedroom, but you can tell it's hot because she's down here on the floor all stretched out.
She also has a new addition.
She does.
You can see she's got a little collar on her neck with the tracker.
It's a bit hard to see. Hello. Hello, Scouty. You hot, my darling?
So the tracker is just in case she gets out. She doesn't get out very often. Both of our cats are indoor cats. but a friend of mine, his cat got out and was gone for over 24 hours. And I'm like, we're just putting trackers on them, which has potentially contributed to Gem's situation. So Gem doesn't have the collar on, but Scout does, and she's the more likely one to get
She's
out
the
anyway.
flight risk.
Yeah.
Gem's much more placid and not interested in
exactly.
going outside. Scout is very interested.
Yeah. Okay, Christmas tree is done. Now, there was a error, always is with this stuff. This one needed to go on that base, so it's decorative, like there's two kind of steps. I'd already put the first base on. That second piece makes the whole lineup of that base bit way more complicated for minimal effect. So I decided that one is being sacrificed, but the Christmas tree looks really good. Also, our friends at Trivia gave us this, which is so funny. It's that Who Gives a Crap toilet paper, and it's 3 rolls, and they line up to being an elf or a Santa or whatever that is. It's very, very cute. I've put it on a paper towel roll holder that we had, so it kind of goes in that spot pretty well, I think. Hey, Scouty, what do you think of Christmas? That's what she thinks of Christmas. But it's done, job's done. It'll sit here for about a month. She will sit in it. Gem is not going to be able to get in it with the cone on. So
she might be able to get in that bottom part because she does like just sitting in the bottom when it's hot. So we'll see.
we can tick off the Christmas tree. Can we tick off anything else?
Yes, while Dan was doing that, I did our travel insurance, but then I just realised I did the wrong dates.
Just one day.
One day,
shy.
yeah, because we leave Hawaii on the 20th, but we don't get home till the 21st. And I was thinking of the days of the flights because I also need to book those. And I did the insurance till the 20th, so I'll need to call them up tomorrow and extend it till the 21st. Hopefully I'll have time tomorrow because I have been summoned. I love how they use that word, to jury duty. This has been my little 6-month slot apparently from June till December 24. I was been summoned once before, but then it kept just getting postponed, and then it was cancelled. So I was hoping that would happen again. But no, I have to go tomorrow. So I'm really hoping I just go there in the morning and then they tell me to go home and I can come home and sort stuff out. But hopefully the alternatives also says you need to be available for up to 2 weeks. And I do not want to be there for 2 weeks deciding on someone else's problems. So fingers crossed.
Okay, so time for the bin job, and it really requires a little bit of explanation. So we have a bin that sits under our sink that you can pull in and out. We've had that since we built the kitchen about 12 years ago, and that bin has had its best days already. So it needed to be replaced. Also, we had a bit of an issue with our dishwasher that got replaced. So we got a new dishwasher, and when the dishwasher was put in, it then meant the bin no longer properly closed with the pipes that they put in for the dishwasher. Anyway, long story short, we bought a new bin. Perfect. But of course, as I said with the tree, nothing goes smoothly in this house. So I'll show you what has happened. Excuse the actual rubbish in the bin, but it's got 2 slots, and we use this slot for the rubbish, and then this slot is the recycling bin. Without the recycling bin in there, no issues with gliding. With the recycling bin in there, actually, I've already made it look harder than it should. You can see you get that very annoying sound and it bumps the lid. So that means there's a problem, and what the problem is the lid is poorly designed. It's got this bump in the middle of it that's causing everything to kind of raise up when you close it. So it's just a poorly designed bin, but it also fits in there perfectly. So problem is I need to take the bin out to either take the lid off and not have the lid at all, or try and get rid of that bump somehow. So the first part of this job is to get the bin out. Now, of course, when I put the bin in, I shredded the head of one of the screws, and now I've got to try and get that out. So first job is, can I remove the bin? Stage one was get the bin out. That is done. So I'll show you what I think the culprit is. See that little dot there? When you lift the lid up, again, excuse the bin, it's got that little thing. I don't even know why it's there, but it seems to be what's causing the problem. Now, I'm going to see if I can just peel that off, get it off, and that will fix it. Let's see. If I can get that off, we'll see. Okay, now I feel all hot and sweaty. It wasn't as easy as, actually didn't think it was going to be easy anyway. Getting it out was easy. Fixing the fact that the lid moves around was less easy. It still makes a noise when you pull it out, but it's definitely smoother than it was before. We didn't show you what it was like before because I didn't put the bin in, but let me just show you. So you still get that kind of scratch sound, but it's definitely not quite as clanky as it was before. To me, it feels like it's running smoother. So anyway, we'll see how it goes. I don't want to get the bloody thing out again, but we'll just have to see how it goes over the next few weeks. If we've got to get it out and take the actual lid off, I think that that will be the better outcome. But then you're going to have your bin exposed to that whole cupboard, which we prefer not to do. So it didn't take Scout very long, but it's hard to see. But she is in there. Hello, Scouty. Settled in. Want to come out and say hello, Scouty? No thanks. Scouty. We are back from Office Works. We didn't get to Kmart. Probably do that later on in the week because it's too hectic up there. But my nephew wanted these dual marker pen things. There's lots of different colours. They look really cool actually. So that's his Christmas present. And we didn't go for this, but we also bought my Christmas present, which is some Open Run Pro shocks. These are bone conduction headphones, so nothing goes in your ear canal. They kind of just sit over here, and it's the sound is conducted through the bone here. They're really cool. I want to use them for running so that I've got a little bit more awareness of what's happening around me, and I'm planning on doing a couple of races next year, and I'm hoping I'll be able to wear these more so than my AirPods.
So you know it wouldn't be us unless Dan had some sort of
This wasn't even me.
challenge going on. No, that's true. It was my sister. So on the 1st of December, we were on the Gold Coast to go and see the Matildas play. And that weekend, it honestly rained pretty much most of the weekend up until when the football game was on. It didn't rain during the football, which was awesome, but the majority of the weekend it rained. So we ended up watching a Christmas movie on the 1st. And then my sister sent a message the next day going, oh, she's going to watch a Christmas movie every day between now and Christmas. And my mum joined in, and so now we're all watching a Christmas movie every day. We're struggling the most because obviously we both work full time and have other things going on. So we're one behind already. But we have really enjoyed it. So we've watched The Happiest Season.
Which we love.
What else? We watched the National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation,
Which is really bad.
We both hadn't seen, but we did laugh, you will admit, Dan. Like, it's predictable. But obviously we just like the Netflix, formulaic ones. Girl goes to a village, meets guy, etc. So we've watched a couple of those. The new Lindsay Lohan one on Netflix.
Hot Frosty,
which was actually a bit different. I didn't mind it. Last night we watched That Christmas, which is an animated one on Netflix, and that has been our favourite so far. So I would recommend watching that especially if you've got kids. I mean, I loved the animation anyway, so it didn't bother me, but I really enjoyed that one. We need to watch 2 this afternoon to try and catch up again. Did we have any thoughts on what we're going to watch, Dan? Probably, I want to watch The Holiday and Last Christmas, which are 2 ones that I like from other years.
And I want to watch the 2 Home Alone ones.
Dan wants to watch Home Alone.
But we've also got a bunch of other ones. So
yeah, because we thought we'd try and watch some old ones that we haven't seen, like Miracle on 34th Street we hadn't seen. We haven't seen The Nightmare Before Christmas. Is that what it's called? The Tim Burton one.
Have we seen The Grinch?
We've seen The Grinch, the new animated one. I love that one, so I want to watch that one again too. So we've got a few in the pipeline, but we've got to come up with 25. So who knows? Okay, we have booked the flights, which is very exciting. Which means we're going to Hawaii next year.
We've done a few more things on our list, so
yes,
I don't know.
Travel insurance also, but I just need to sort that out. And I got sidetracked by actually trying to make a photo book for our trip that we just went on to Texas. So yes, I was trying to think of because I feel like, you guys know what's been happening with us.
They really have not, though.
Well, I mean, nothing that exciting's been happening. I did get a new job.
Yes.
Back in travel, which I'm very happy about. Unfortunately, my dad passed away in May, which a few of you might have known Barry from seeing him around on the channel. And he was in a home with dementia. Was it May?
It was May.
When he passed away. So that's been tough. And I guess part of the reason why I've not necessarily felt like jumping on camera, but we were just last weekend, and I don't even know we're kind of like, we do a vlog?
So we watch a bunch of travel YouTubers, and we watched Cara and Nate. They're massive. Some of you have probably watched them. And they were filming their journey from when they started to now, because they've got 4 million subscribers. And we were like, should we just pick up the camera again?
Just for ourselves? Obviously we're never going to be Cara and Nate. But
I wasn't even thinking that.
That's what it sounded like.
No, sorry, that was not what I was thinking about.
We like having, it's like a hobby, I guess. Like, it's a hobby for us to film them and edit them and everything. And also it's like a nice memories that we have of things that we've done in our life, and it's a nice way of keeping in touch with our friends who do live overseas, because quite a few of us, we saw your video where you're saying, so that's been nice. We didn't vlog in Texas. I did do stories on Instagram every day, and I have been trying to do more stories. So if you're on Instagram, follow us, because we do stories there.
It's just have Butterball Travel, just the name that you know.
Yes.
But yeah, we went to Texas. We loved it. We ate lots of barbecue, tacos.
Did all the Texas things. Yeah. It was Halloween.
Friday night
the
lights.
Election was on. Yeah. Went to the football. We just lived our best American dreams, didn't we?
Yeah.
And the same friends that we met in Texas, or who we went to visit in Texas, we're also meeting them in Hawaii. So that's very exciting.
So the Hawaii trip is booked. That's June. So maybe if we're still picking up the camera then, you might get to come along.
Maybe not. So I'm probably going to start getting dinner now. I actually marinated some chicken last night. I'm just going to do that in the air fryer. We've been loving Recipe Tin Eat's new cookbook.
We've actually been cooking a lot out of the first cookbook, and now we've kind of transitioned to the second cookbook.
Yeah, to kind of get us just to try a new recipe. Like, well, not every week, but most weeks.
We were. In winter we were.
Yeah, and it has been good just to, so you're not eating like the same, things that you just make all the time. So that's been really good. Yeah, so that's the Korean barbecue chicken out of the new cookbook. So I'm going to get that ready for dinner. We're probably going to put the camera down, but it's been so nice catching up with you. Comment below and say hello. Tell us what Christmas movies we should continue to watch, because we've got a whole month to fill in.
We've already done like 8. Thanks for watching, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.